Welcome to Ocean City Tennis Center and Pickleball Center on 61st Street in Ocean City, Maryland. My name is Kim Setman and I am the instructor here, and today we're going to be learning the shot that separates pickleball from tennis, and that is the dink. Today I have with me Helen and Travis as my students. We're going to go over 3 essential items in pickleball for beginners. The first is grip pressure, ready position, and the dink. The dink is the first fundamental skill in pickleball that separates this sport from tennis. And we're going to get started right now. All right, Helen and Travis, first thing I want to go over is how to hold the racket. You are going to take the V of your hand and you're going to slide it down to the edge of your handle. So the V faces the edge of your paddle, and this first finger is not pointed up the paddle, but just lightly around the top. This is called a continental grip, and this is one of the grips that you might use for pickleball. There is a second grip. It is called the V grip, perfectly acceptable. You're going to slide that V of your hand right up there to the edge of the racket and put one finger behind the paddle like that, and that is the V grip. Today, as we're doing the dink, try and experiment with both grips to see which one you like best. The second thing I would be remiss in not mentioning is grip pressure. In pickleball, there's something called grip pressure. If I would squeeze my grip with all my might, if you would both do that, we'd call that a 10. And if I kind of let it rattle around in my hand, we'll call that a 1 to give you some balance. You are never in a 10 and you are never in a 1. So when we're dinking, we are in a grip 4. The dink is a skill that you want to lift the ball up and over the net. It's a lift and forward motion, and we want our ball to clear the net about a paddle width high. The object of this particular skill is to make the ball unattackable for our opponents. We're softening the speed up, we're making it slower, and if my opponent tries to attack that with a hard swing, they're going to hit it into the net or perhaps hit it out. So the objective of the dink is a slow, unattackable ball, and eventually when we get good at this skill, we're going to start learning to move our opponent around. Let me demonstrate. I'm going to have you two move over to this side, and I'm going to demonstrate 3 dinks. When I dink the ball, I am allowed to step into the non-volley zone. So this blue line to the net is called the non-volley zone. There's 7 feet here. So I'm going to let it bounce, and I just gently want to lift it over the net. Each time I lift the ball over the net, I get back into my ready position. Ready position in pickleball is an athletic stance. Your knees are bent, your feet are about hip width apart, and I want to keep my paddle up here in front of my face. I want to be able to see my elbow. You can have it at 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, or 10 o'clock. I prefer 11. I come from a tennis background, and that's what was the positioning of my racket when I played tennis. So every time I stroke the ball, I have to get back into ready position. I stroke the ball and I get back to ready position. This particular ready position skill can correct many things in pickleball, because if I'm just standing here like this and I have a bad dink, they're going to hit me right in the chest. I will not have time to get my paddle back up. Okay? Always return to ready position. Okay, so come on up to the non-volley zone line. There you go. Let's start right out on the right foot, and knees are bent, paddles up in front. You can see your elbow, okay? And you're well balanced on the balls of your feet. Very good. First thing I'm going to have you do before you actually start dinking is just get a little touch on the ball. I want you to be able to control the ball, nice and easy taps like this. These are called uppers. And if you're really good, you won't move around. Do a few uppers for me. Very nice. Good job. And that's good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed you 3 dinks, and after I feed you the dink, I want you to, if you need to step into the non-volley zone, if it's a short dink, you're going to step in, use that forward lift motion, and just again, I'm not bending my elbow, I'm not bending my wrist, no spaghetti arm. It's a pendulum, So it's coming from my shoulder. Okay, so Helen, I'm going to feed you 3, and I just want you to dink them right back here to the middle of the non-volley zone, which is our neutral area. Nice job. Beautiful. Ready, Travis? Well done. I like the way your knees are bent. Very nice. Okay. Pretty. Good job. Step in. One more. Well done. That is a little snapshot of how we do the dink. There's lots more to learn in pickleball, so come on down to Ocean City Tennis Center on 61st Street and give our clinic a try or a private lesson. Thank you very much.